Hello and welcome to another Cougar Close Up on Shaw TV. My name is Dan O'Connor, voice of the Cougars, and this week we're thrilled to chat with Prince George Cougars forward Josh Curtis. The pride of Winnipeg, Manitoba has had a phenomenal second season in the WHL and has found some strong chemistry alongside fellow Winnipegger Aaron Boyd. We'll talk to Josh about the teddy bear goal in 2016 and what that meant to him, all of that and much more with Josh Curtis on the Cougar Close Up on Shaw TV. Cougars forward Josh Curtis having a heck of a season. His second season now in the Western Hockey League. And Josh, for you, I know everything for you kind of started in the summer. You really dedicated yourself to coming into training camp ready to not only compete for a job, but really to establish yourself as a real go-to everyday player for this team. And I guess just tell me a little bit first about your summer, some of the things you tried to focus on, and I guess your mindset coming into training camp, knowing that you had a real chance to be an impact guy on this team.
Well, yeah, coming after last year, being on the team for a little bit, I realized that I need to strengthen my game a little bit. I was 160 pounds last year, so I needed to add some weight for sure. So that's one thing that I really focused on during the off season, making sure I was eating well, good diet, lots of food, so I could gain weight. And that's exactly what I did. And I came into training camp. I knew there's a lot of guys coming back, and I just had to really make sure that I presented my game well, and I showed the coach that I was a hardworking guy and someone that he could trust on the ice.
And really from there, it's really manifested into a great season for you. You've got some strong offensive numbers, and you've really established yourself as a player that can be used in a variety of different situations. You and Aaron Boyd, the chemistry you have found together has really been noteworthy really from the beginning. Just talk a little bit about you and Boyder and kind of what it's been about you two as a duo that's really allowed for you two to have success playing together.
Yeah, it's been awesome, being able to play with Boyder. He's a really hardworking guy, and he's really easy to play with. I always know where he is on the ice, and he's the same with me. He knows where I am, and we just seem to connect really well. And our games are match up really well, and we just play a hardworking game, and it's resulted pretty well. We play a good defense, and it results in good offense. So, yeah, it's been a good offensive year, and as well as good defensive as well.
Is it nice coming to the rink every day knowing more than likely that you're going to be playing with the same guy? Does that help from a chemistry standpoint? And tiptoeing off your last point, Josh, I mean, being tasked with having to face the opposing team's top players on most nights, is that a role that you've begun to really embrace, having to go up and having to keep some of the talented guys around the BC Division and the Western Hockey League off the score sheet?
Yeah, it's pretty relieving knowing that you're usually going to be playing with the same guy every night. That's a great way to build up some chemistry, and I love playing with Boyder as well. So it's a good relief knowing that I'll be with him most of the nights. So yeah, it's a good thing. And then he always usually puts us out against the top line, which is a great honor because he knows that he trusts you. And yeah, we just play good defense, and if we shut down their top line, our top lines have a better chance of scoring, and we have a better chance of winning.
I look at this season and I think of many highlights, I'm sure, for you, Josh, but the one that obviously has to come to mind is the teddy bear goal, man. You're going to live in infamy now as a teddy bear goal scorer for the Prince George Cougars. Talk about the play, and is that a moment that you can think back on and say, yep, that was pretty darn special?
Yeah, I still look back on it and I'm thinking, wow, I scored that goal. It's a super cool moment. There's so many people in the stands, and yeah, I know I remember the goal perfectly with the shot, and I got the rebound, and I remember my celebration and all the teddy bears too. And yeah, it was a great moment as well as a great game. I know I had a great game following that goal as well. So yeah, that's something I'll always look back on. I'll be pretty proud of myself for that.
The Prince George Cougars, Josh, have led the BC Division from start to finish, and I know that over the course of a long season, everybody's going to go through the occasional up, the occasional down, but I mean, I look at this team, you've led the division from start to finish, and even with teams creeping behind you, you've been able to figure out a way to keep that lead. Just talk about, I guess, the pressure, but also how much fun it can be being the team that's being the hunted, the team that's being chased by teams in the BC Division.
Yeah, it's everyone wants to, every game that we play, someone wants to come beat us, and they want to come catch us, and we take pride in that. We really want to make sure that we keep on top, and it's just a matter. I know we've struggled a little bit in the last couple of games, but you know what? We've worked hard in practice the last couple of days, and we know that we'll be ready with these next two games coming up this weekend, and then down the stretch we got to have a good couple of games and be ready for playoffs.
Appreciate your time as always, Josh. Want to congratulate you and the guys on a great season, and for you individually, it's been awesome watching you have this type of success. Keep it up, my friend. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you very much.